Hello. Imagine if it was a FaceTime.
I was like, what are you doing?
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Hello. And welcome to Did You Mean to Say That? The podcast where we did not mean to say that. I'm your co-host, Erin.
I'm your co-host, Bobby. Welcome to season 6.
I was about to say, I cannot believe it's been 6 seasons of this already.
It's crazy. What a journey.
Hardly been over a year, and yet somehow we've had 6 full seasons of many, many episodes.
And you know what?
What?
This is our 50th episode.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's hard to tell because the caption of the last one literally just says IDKRN, but it's up. But the one before that is 48, which leads me to believe this is number 50. Which is really cool and exciting.
It's really cool and exciting. I'm a little jaded right now. We've been having some audio issues, which is proving to be a huge problem for me in editing, which is why the episodes have been so late. I've just been like
slaving away.
Editing audio and like trying to it's been really frustrating, but we got a new cord for our microphone, and if that doesn't work, then we're maybe going to finance microphones for $7 a month.
For 7 years.
For literally like the next 15 years. So we're basically taking out a mortgage on the microphones. But hopefully it's just the cord. It doesn't seem like it is though, but
we'll find out.
Yeah, welcome to season 6 though. We are in a new and improved studio once again. Mm-hmm. We are actually in Tay's apartment right now while she's at work, which is the funniest thing ever. But we've been recording in her little like area down there. There's like what you've seen is like this little
and that's barely scratching the surface.
Oh yeah, it's
huge in there.
Like we said, there's so many like different furniture options and backdrop options in there, and it's so cute. But we were not able to use that space today, and so we're in her actual apartment, which is really funny. And it's her first day of work at her new job. She won't watch this, so congrats.
Yep.
I don't even know where to start, dude. It has been so long since we filmed. That's where we can start, because I was out of town last week, so we couldn't film. So it's been a really long time, which means I have like 15 topics. But I did once again go to Amish country with Mackenzie so we could do like some fall stuff. And boy, did I.
Let's hear it.
Went to an actual apple orchard, which I've been like trying to get my hands on.
Hell yeah.
And like I got to pick apples from apple trees in the orchard. And I bought like fresh apple cider that they were literally like had this big giant machine, and it was just coming out of it from all the apples.
Whoa.
It was really amazing. And I went to an Amish market, and I got like ground up peanut butter that I like ground the peanuts myself out of a machine into a thing, and I sliced up my little apple and I dipped it in I mixed honey with it too.
Yum.
They had the same thing next to the peanuts with honey, and I added honey into my peanut butter, and it was honey roasted peanuts.
Yum.
And then
that sounds
so good. It was one of the best things I've ever eaten with my fresh apples. The apple cider was so good too. I saw the world's largest cuckoo clock. It's in Sugar Creek, Ohio.
That's really cute.
It is cute. I'll show you a video. It's adorable. Right. So the street's right here, and we're just going to be hearing cars, and that's just our journey today.
Yeah, for sure. Come along with us.
Yeah.
Well, that's really cute.
Yeah,
I love the cuckoo clock
It was
thing.
Adorable. You're going to love it. It was just like Shrek 2 or 1, whichever one that happens in. Duloc? Is that what it's called?
I think, yeah.
But yeah, it was just like, a nice little escape. We were only there for 2 days, but did like the Amish shit, did the country shit, and made some spaghetti squash that we got at the orchard. Ooh. That just had like farm vegetables. So
yum.
Yeah, it was a good farm to table meal. Love doing that up there.
I love that phrase, farm to table meal.
Totally.
I think I like the word
what it
meal.
Was. Oh.
Meal. I love it.
Great.
I think I'm hungry.
I'm pretty not hungry, actually. I just smashed Lee's in my car. I don't know what they put in that recipe, but oh, it's so good.
Well, that's not where I'm at. I did not go to Amish country, but I did go to Niederman's farm, which was really cute.
Oh my god, amazing.
If you know, you know. So like we picked pumpkins, went on a hayride. which they took the hay away. So, like, it's just a tractor ride. I don't know. But it was really cute and fun. And I got apple juice, which I found out, because, like, they make all their own shit. So, like, the donuts were, like, fresh. They were so good.
I'm still, like, what do you mean?
About what?
The hay ride.
It was literally, like...
Like, the thing that sits on the back?
Yeah.
You were just in there flopping around, not on a seat?
Yeah. There was a seat, like a bench. It wasn't hay, though.
Oh, okay. But there's still a bench.
And there used to be hay, from what I remember. And they call it a hay ride.
Yeah, they don't call it a sitting on the back of a tractor on a bench ride.
So I did demand my money back. But I got apple juice because I was imagining they would fresh squeeze.
Have apple cider?
And no. They literally just get, like, Mott's or whatever apple juice and put it in this other container. And I was like, why did I make Levi pay $4 for this?
That's sick.
But the donuts were so good.
I bet.
And then we went and saw
Were they apple cider donuts?
No, they were like cinnamon melted in your mouth.
Delicious.
And then we saw that SNL movie. So good.
Oh, yeah. Holy shit. That was so long ago.
Oh, I know. Eons.
Oh, my God. Okay. Well, fuck. I don't even know where to go. Like, I hate when we do this, which, like, obviously we couldn't help it, but, like, now there's too much to say.
Yeah.
Because it's been so long that I'm just like, holy shit, so much has happened since then.
Well, let's go into the cave. Because that was, like, the next day.
Well, I had something crazy about when I was gone.
Okay.
And I wrote down, do I dare talk about the cars on the side of the road? Because I'm about to tell you all something that I fear that I'm going to sound like a crazy person when I explain it, and you're just going to be like, okay, that doesn't sound like anything. But, like, just know that it felt like something.
Okay.
So...
if you see something, say something.
And I am. So, we're going to Worcester from New Philly for my Northeast Ohio fans. Which is just, like, small town to small town. And, like, in New Philly, we went to a dispensary, and it was the best dispensary experience I've ever had in my entire life. Like, they are light years ahead of us.
In what way?
Which is crazy because they're such a small town and we're literally a metropolitan city. But, like, first of all, they took tips, which they're not allowed to do here yet. Mm-hmm. We just had, like, a very, like, personalized experience. They have big screens in there that you, like, shop online still, but in there, and, like, with a bud tender. Like, she was, like, going through her favorites and being like, so what do you guys like? You should try this, da-da-da-da-da. Mm-hmm. And then, like, once she talked to us for, like, 10, 15 minutes, she was like, okay, now go ahead and pick it and let me know when you're ready. So we, like, placed our little order on the screen, and it was just incredible. She was so nice. But anyway, so we're on our way to Mackenzie's brother's house from there. And it's, like, a 2-lane highway with a shoulder. Pretty big shoulder. And then a 2-lane, you know, like, there's 4 lanes total going opposite directions. Okay. 2 and 2.
Okay.
So, all of a sudden, we see a car on this side in the shoulder with its hazards on.
Okay.
And then across 4 lanes and the median is another car facing the opposite direction in the same exact spot with its hazards on. Okay. And we were both like, what? And it was just, like, really weird. And again, I know that sounds like nothing. But, like, what are the odds that 2 people would be broken down in this little-ass town at the exact same spot? Pretty low.
I guess low, yeah.
They're low. Mm-hmm. They're low.
I'm glad you spoke up about this. I am.
The odds are low.
What are your theories?
Oh, like, I was high. So, like, and my immediate first thought is they're planning to bomb this whole town on this highway.
Right, that's what I thought.
Or, like, someone had just killed someone, or, like, it had dark energy, okay? Okay. Because, like, we thought they have to be related. Because, again, the odds are low, I promise. They are low. And also, like, if you had come to, like, help your friend,
you wouldn't be on the opposite.
It just makes no fucking sense. Mm-hmm. To make matters worse, again, I'm high, so like keep that in mind.
Okay.
Off this new Philly weed from the dispensary, which was just the same brands we have. But the kid of the car on this side, which is the side that we're on, oh, it's gonna haunt me until I die. He's just standing in front of the car, hands at his side, just staring. Blank face, no expression.
Well, you should have led with that. That's terrifying.
No hood open, no nothing. And I couldn't tell if there was someone in the car or if he was the person in the car. But he was literally just...
I wonder if he was just, like, in disbelief. Like, fuck, I can't believe this happened. And it happened to someone else, too, at the same time.
I wonder.
Or, you know, like, when you're just, like...
He looked evil and sinister.
Oh.
But then we looked at, like, the Reddit and, like, news and stuff, and, like, nothing happened. So...
Great.
No one even reported, like, an accident or anything. So, I don't know. But that's why I said, do I dare bring it up? Because, like, Mackenzie and I were freaking out, okay? And, like, I kept saying to her, I'm like, when we explain this to people, no one's going to think anything of it. And we're going to sound fucking crazy. But, like, I know that we both know that we just saw something fucked up. She's like, no, for sure. Like, the odds of that, of them being unrelated is so unlikely.
Well, I'm so excited that you guys get to share this trauma bond.
I was so scared of that kid. Like, I was like, I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight because I'm going to see his, like, fucking schwa face in my nightmares.
Yeah, I hate that.
Me too. Which leads us to another small town in southwest Ohio.
We're just all across the map. And
I went to so many places in Ohio this week.
Yeah.
Lewisburg.
Oh, yeah.
Haunted cave.
Whew.
Yeah,
Lewisburg
dude.
Haunted motherfucking cave, you guys.
You guys.
I told them. I was like, it's crazy. It's so fun.
Yeah. I think we talked about it on here about doing it potentially.
I think so.
Like when it was just an inkling of an idea and then we did it.
So like for those of you who aren't hip to the Lewisburg Haunted Cave, it is a real cave.
Which I was not. I had never in my life heard of this thing.
I don't know how I ever heard of it. Like me and Angela Hoffman went.
Of course.
A real cave, but it's like a haunted trail. But like
an actual cave though, like I feel like you need to understand that. Like
we also need to explain that it's an hour and a half away.
Which we didn't realize until we were about to leave.
Yeah.
Like we knew it was like kind of far, but like
yeah, it was a journey.
A trek.
We stopped like twice so I could pee.
Yeah.
Anywho, we get there. The line's like super long, obviously.
We were in it for 2 hours.
Playing catchphrase.
Heads up.
Heads up.
Mind you, I thought we were in Indiana the entire time.
Oh yeah, you really did.
Turns out we weren't.
She kept asking Levi, like, how does it feel to be like, are we near your hometown? He's like,
I literally said, how far are we from your hometown? And then no one answered. And then he from the back seat goes, me? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, not close. And I was like, what?
Like the opposite way of Indiana.
No, it was not the opposite way.
We went past Dayton, which is crazy. We went past Columbus. No, we didn't.
I'm so confused by it all. We did go more north. I thought it was like fully west because again, I thought it was.
I thought it was right by Oxford. I don't know where I ever got that. I thought
it was right by Indiana, if not in it. And then later, when we get there, someone said something about being in Ohio, and I was like, "We're in Indiana," and you guys were like, "No, the fuck, we're not." And I'm like,
really
"Wait,
not.
what?" Had no idea. Turns out there is a Lewisburg, Indiana, though, which is, you can imagine my confusion.
There's probably a Lewisburg every state.
Sure. Anywho, we waited in line for 2 hours. Then we finally... Oh, I also got a palm reading in line. Mm-hmm. They had a palm reader, like, really close to the front, which was super cute. Gave me some spot-on reading. Mm-hmm. Levi as well. And it was incredible. She was amazing.
She was amazing. She really hit the nail on the head for both of you.
She ate.
Yeah. What I first want to point out about this cave is, like, it's dangerous. Mm-hmm. It is dangerous. It is slippery. Yeah. It's dark. It's wet. I fell. Twice.
You got caught.
I got caught?
Yeah, like, you, like, slipped and he caught you. But if he was not there, you would have been on your ass.
Yeah.
Luckily,
sure.
Although, I don't know, though. We were all holding on for dear life.
It's really scary.
It was horrifying. Personally, for me, it was a 10 out of 10 haunted house experience.
I completely agree.
There's no way you can get better than that. Because I don't want to get better than that. Because I don't want anyone to ever touch me. I don't want to be tortured. I feel like that's the next level.
Totally.
Which I'm not into. But, like, for haunted, first of all, we were in there for 1 full hour, which, like, you really get your money's worth. And it was only $25.28 with fees.
For sure.
Which, like, the Dent Schoolhouse, which absolutely fucking sucks, by the way. I could have made it in my back fucking yard.
I am not agreeing with that. Because I'm friends with the owner.
Well, and sorry.
Well.
He's probably a sweet person, and I love that he's doing that for the community, but... It makes me very angry that if you type in, like, scariest haunted houses in Cincinnati, it comes up. It's like $45 fucking dollars. You stand in line for just as long. You're in there for roughly 20 to 25 minutes.
But that's like most of them. Like USS Nightmare's the same way.
Disgusting.
Kings Island's even worse because you
disgusting.
wait forever.
They need to all learn a lesson from the Lewisburg Haunted Cave.
I do like Land of Illusion.
I was going to say, we need to go there before it's too late.
It's too late. Like, when are we going?
I don't know.
Okay.
You walk in and you have to cross over like a literal drawbridge over water in this cave. And it's so terrifying. It's so dark. And as you're walking over this bridge, the actors are like jumping up on the sides of the bridge and scaring you.
Yep.
Absolutely psychotic and insane. And then there's one point where it's actually pitch black. For a long time.
And, like, not a straight path either. It's pitch black and you have to, like, find your way around.
You're, like, navigating the walls and, like, the other people. Levi said he was holding on to the person in front of him who was not in our group. And the person in front of me who was not in our group was, like, death gripping my sweatshirt, holding on to me for dear life. To the point where I was like, okay, girl. Like, I get it at first, or, like, touching me a little bit. But, like, she just was choking me. I was like...
Babe.
At
this point, I couldn't see anything anyway because my contact fell out of my eye.
Jumped out of your eye.
Literally, like said,
it just said...
I'm out. Seen enough.
I've seen too much.
Levi picked it up off the dirt floor, and I tried to put it back in.
You sure did.
It didn't work, obviously.
I was about to be like, should I suck on it and spit it back out
I was
get
about
the
to
dirt off? Yeah.
But we're in a haunted house. I don't have time. So, like, we stopped
were
for a second.
Mid-haunted house, his contact falls out of his eye.
So...
Like, falls is crazy because it literally just said...
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe it.
Oh my god, I was pissed.
I've seen enough. It's so funny. But it was wild. And then he's, like, walking around the rest of the cave with one eye.
I literally can't see anything. So I'm just, like, holding on to Levi. Like, well, guide the way because...
And... I don't know. Like, I'm so glad that he was in front because who else would it have been?
Mm-hmm.
But... And bless his heart. Like, he did a pretty good job. But there were some points where I was just like, what's going on? At one point, okay, so I think we talked about this on here, but like you go to hell and then there's all these doors, like 6 doors, and they all either lead you back to hell or they lead you out. And so it's chaos. It's like 40 people are in all these doors trying to figure out. And we go in the first door and Levi turns to us and says, we should split up.
I know.
To cover more ground. I was said, like, you would die first in a scary movie.
And I was like, you think I, who can't see, am splitting up? And you think I'm splitting up even if I could?
And
also, was so funny.
At that moment, I was like, is he one of the paid actors? Like, why would he suggest we split up?
It's like an inside job. And then at one point, the people that work there, the actors, are telling you, because it's like chaos, you don't know which way to go.
Before you get to hell, there's a maze.
Yeah.
So, like, there's the maze, hell, and then all these doors. And then after those doors, there's more doors. Like,
and then
there's like a 30-minute period where it's absolute chaos. But the maze leading up to it is like made out of just like fencing.
Mm-hmm.
And you're trying to just get into hell with, again, 40 other people. Like, it's dimly lit with like red lights. And it literally looks like like an end of the world type situation. Like, it is like scary. Everyone's trying to figure out what to do. And the actors are telling you the wrong thing.
Which we didn't realize at first until like 2 times.
So we listened to one and then we were like, okay. And then we like figure that out. And then one of them goes, go this way. And Levi just goes, okay guys, we got to go this way. And we were like, Levi!
We're not listening
Stop
to them.
listening to them. Stop talking to them. And it was so funny because again, he was leading our group.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's the other thing is like during the pitch black time, you have to be single file.
Uh-huh.
So it is literally Levi, Bobby, Asmara, and me. And we are all just like
Oh my god.
The blind leading the blinds.
That was crazy.
And it goes on for way too long, to be honest with you.
I liked it. I thought that was so cool.
Oh my god, it was disorienting. I did not enjoy it.
What I found disorienting is like the spinny clown room. You know, the one.
I never recovered from that.
Like, feeling wise?
Yeah. Like,
yeah, it was a lot.
For a long time. It's like, I don't know if you guys have ever been to Kosai, but they have that like thing that spins around you while you walk over a bridge, and it feels like you're literally spinning. And yeah, I couldn't get my bearings after that.
Yeah.
It was tough. But we did escape hell.
And then it's pretty
like
much
the fifth
over.
try.
After hell. There's like one little part and then you're out. But then, to get out, you have to walk up this steep ass muddy hill.
Oh my god. And it's very slippery.
Very slippery.
Like, why are caves so wet?
I don't know.
Do you think there's actually water in there, or did they put water in there?
I think there's water in caves. So what I'm wondering
Weird.
is how? Where does it come from?
I don't
the
understand
ground,
any
I
of
guess.
I don't understand how they get any of that shit in there. There was a school bus in there.
that
Bitch, at one point...
The truck?
Yes!
That was like right at the beginning.
It was like, yeah, like 20 minutes or so in. There's like... this is just unlike any place I've ever been. Because like, I feel like in a normal haunted house, there's like... You know, they just turn an area into the haunted house. So you're kind of like weaving around. Like, you know that like... You go this way and then you come back this way and you know that you were just over there.
Right.
But like, because it's an actual cave, like, I feel like we traveled so far.
Oh yeah.
Just to come back around though. But anyway, there's just like little walking parts in between kind of like
the attractions.
The
rooms.
Yeah. But they're scary too. And like people will jump out and like whatever. And on this one, it's like our little path and then like a lot of cave to our right, to our left. Like It's just like open abyss. And that was some of the scariest parts, honestly, because whether they jumped out or didn't, you were just still scared, anticipating it. And then they did a simulation of a drive-by fucking shooting.
A pickup truck comes and goes with
literally
a gun.
Shooting like a 12 gauge shotgun is shooting blanks at us.
Yeah.
It is like lights are coming off of it, and they literally shot us while this actual pickup truck drove by us. It was fucking horrifying, and I need you to know that the next day, Asmara texted me and said, still thinking about how they had a fucking truck speeding through the cave firing blanks at us. Like, I said, no, I've been telling everyone about the fucking truck. She said, like, I can't get over it.
It's insane.
I said, I will never. So not on theme and so not related to Halloween. It was just absurd. She said very random, which made it scarier. And then she said dinosaurs. Because there were a lot of like
creatures,
bones of dinosaurs and like actual dinosaurs. And I was like, what does this have to do with Halloween? And then like halfway through, I'm like, the cave, like fossils, like
the cave. Anything could be in the cave.
Dinosaurs lived in caves. I don't fucking know. But yeah, anyway, it was insane.
It was so
highly,
fun.
highly recommend. So worth the money. Cheapest one, I was going to say around, but that's insane.
Not around at all.
Cheapest one within a 3-hour radius.
And we're unclear on exactly the whereabouts of this cave. But
honestly,
it exists.
No idea where it is.
Yeah, it's super fun. What I find scarier than people jumping out is when you're walking and they're standing coming at you and you just have to walk up to them.
I don't like when they scare you and then they wait a little bit and then they follow you and then they're just behind you.
I hate the following.
Yeah, I hate the following. But I find comfort in the fact that I know that they can't stray too far from their post. So I know that they won't be following us for long.
Totally.
Wait, what's so fucking funny is one guy jumped out and Asmara must have noticed that he had like an AirPod in while he was working. And she goes, not the AirPod. And I was like cracking up. And then he like behind the wall must have like followed us and then jumped out at another point and went, I'm allowed. It was so fucking funny.
I have workers' rights. I wonder what he was listening to. I'd be listening to some like heavy metal or something.
Maybe he's listening to like Scary Movie 4. I don't fucking know. It was really, really funny though.
It was a good time.
That's my problem with haunted houses is I like take myself out of it by like interacting with the actors. Like I'll just start chatting with them. Like if they yell something really good, because you know a lot of them will scream like, I'll kill you, or they just like start kind of saying the same shit, or they're like, But, like, some of them I'll be like, oh, that was a really good one. And then I'm like, okay, Erin, like, chill out. But I will ruin it for myself by just being, like, responding to what they're saying or being like, you're doing a really good job. Like, that was awesome.
I think the only time I spoke to one is when I yelled, you bitch, at someone. I was so scared. And I just said, you bitch. And fuck her.
I was screaming.
I have nothing to say to them.
But yeah, I said
that'd be such a fun job for like the first hour.
Truly.
So that was awesome.
Cool.
Not awesome is Liam Payne dying.
Oh my god.
Sorry to bring that up, but like they did the autopsy and he had just every drug known to man in his body.
Really?
It was.
Are you gonna list them?
Yeah, because it's sad. Cocaine, pink cocaine, which apparently is a mix of meth, ketamine, and MDMA, benzos, and crack. And he obviously fell off his balcony.
Dark.
Or jumped. But really, really sad and dark.
I thought the autopsy kind of insinuated that, like, he definitely did fall.
Yeah, I guess so.
But either way, it doesn't seem...
Well, he was fucked up, so
yeah, like
whether
he
fell or
fucked
jumped.
Up. Yeah. Really, really sad. I think, like, I've seen a lot of videos of, like, him with fans in Argentina, like, right before he died, like, days before, and he just looked so fucked up and lost and just, like, sad and really fucked up.
Yeah.
I was not a 1D girly.
Me neither.
So, like...
But my heart goes out
My heart goes out to
everyone involved.
One who
literally.
have ever known him. And, like, it is such a personal relationship that these fans had with this group. Like, it was
like crazy. A whole fandom. Like, my friend Ryan was, like, big into it, so, like, he's taking it hard. I think he's getting a tattoo of One Direction.
Oh my god.
Like, it was a huge part of his life.
That's so sweet.
So,
yeah, it's really fucked up. What's crazy is, like, his fiance had recently gotten, like, lawyers involved because she claimed he was, like, kind of stalking her.
His current fiance? I thought that was his ex-girlfriend.
He has a current fiance?
Oh, that's what I thought you said.
I said his ex-fiance.
Oh, his ex-fiance. Sorry. He did have a girlfriend, though.
Well, it was, like, days before she had, like, gotten lawyers involved saying, like, he won't leave her alone and stuff. And she was kind of starting to, like, come forward with, like, her story about their relationship and, like, who knows if there was other people that had stories that were going to be shared or, like, what was going on there, but it did not seem good.
No.
So that's super fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I don't know if maybe he was, like, really fucked up over that, and so he was getting fucked up, or, like, maybe he's an addict, and so that's why their relationship was the way that it was, or...
I could see it being a little bit of both.
Yeah, so I don't really know, but it's really, really heartbreaking and really sad.
It really is.
It's just, like, so fucked up when someone dies like that. Like, it's just so out of nowhere, so alarming, so just, like, what the fuck? Like, Sophie?
Yeah. It's all...
I had no idea how she died until I was looking at the lyrics for So I by Charlie XCX.
Mm-hmm.
Gut-wrenching, by the way.
Yeah, that was my
Horrible,
favorite song on
I love
there.
that song. But she was climbing, like, a tower to get closer to look at a star. And died. Like, that's one of the craziest things I've ever heard.
Yeah.
But also so beautiful and poetic in such a tragic way. But in the song she says, like, your star burns so bright, and I just think that's so sad and sweet and beautiful.
Yeah. So yeah, sad. Dark shit.
Dark.
What's not dark?
Blank. Oh my god.
You guys, Blank just left the town.
And left us all shook.
Does anyone even know who does Blink? They do. It's just a bunch of artists. But, like...
I don't know who, like,
but they don't
organizes
just do it in Cincinnati, right? Like, it's like a thing.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure, but I could be wrong.
I don't think it's anywhere else.
I hope not, because it's so fucking cool.
I know, I love our little claim to fame. I've seen, like, if you don't know what Blink is, if you're not from here, you've never been, it's just, like, a bunch of light installations and, like, art installations all over the city. Like, Covington, Newport, 2 different areas of the Banks, OTR, Finley Market. Like, it's like
30
takes
blocks.
over the whole town. If you really want to, like, see it all, you have to go, like, for 4 nights in a row. Like, it's so insane. And it's gorgeous. Like, people will, like, paint murals and then, like, project light shows onto the murals with, like, music.
So they, like, come to life.
Yeah, and then there's other ones that are just, like, light...
It's...
installations, truly. Like, there's
they're
no
all
other way
different.
Yeah, they're all their own thing, and...
It's so cool.
It's so fucking cool.
Another cool thing about it is, like, on the app, which isn't, like, an official app, it's, like, people in our community make it, but there's the official Blink installations, but then all the rogue ones, which are ones that, like, local artists have done, so you can, like, go see those, too.
Interesting. Huh.
So, like, some people will, like, do their house, or, like, they have, like, a mural themselves, or stuff like that.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful.
I do wish I got to see more this year, but I saw some cool stuff.
It's just, like, it's so all over. Like, you really do have to plan, and I'm not that type of person.
And it's chaotic. Like, there's literally people everywhere.
Yeah, and it's tough.
It's hard to get around, too, because, like, Erin lives close currently, so we parked there this time. Or we parked in Covington, because Daisy lives there. But, like, the first night I went, like, I don't live close, so we Ubered, and it was so expensive.
Yeah.
So, like, you almost have to, like, rent a parking spot, which people do. Like, you can do that.
It's because people travel for this. Like, people come from out of town
millions
to see
of
this.
people.
Yeah, it's so many people. And I've seen a lot of, like, drone or, like, helicopter, like, above aerial views and, like, time lapses.
So cool.
And it's so gorgeous. Like, even, like, Paycor Stadium just has, like, a rainbow, like, light going around it the entire time.
The whole city is, like, neon glowing.
Like, every light that could possibly be on is on, and it's a color, and it's so, so pretty.
Everyone wears, like, glow accessories.
It's adorable.
It is the cutest
It's truly
thing.
amazing, and, like, the aerial view is so gorgeous. Like, it's just so beautiful.
Now, a couple years ago, they had that Ferris wheel. I wish they would bring that back.
The Sky Star.
It was so cool, and it looked really cool in, like, the pictures and stuff.
I miss her so bad.
Maybe
I
they'll
did
bring
that for
that
my
back.
birthday that year.
So, yeah, Blink was so fun.
Yeah, I meant to go Friday and Thursday and Saturday and Sunday, but I only went Sunday. So Thursday I had a doubleheader volleyball game, and then I was just really exhausted from...
The volleyball doubleheader.
No, if one team forfeited, we actually only had one game. I was just from my trip. Like, I had just gotten back Tuesday at, like, 2 a.m. and then worked Wednesday and Thursday, and then, I just, whatever. Then Friday, I, like, get all ready to go, and then it was just, like, too late.
I know, I knew you weren't going when you posted your mirror selfie, and it was, like, 10-something. I was like, what are you
I just kind of committed to, like, we're already going on Sunday, like, let's just go on Sunday, which I regret now, because I saw online, like, suggested routes, and they have, like, 5 or 6 routes, so if you, like, broke that up over the amount of days, you could have truly seen, like, everything, and, like, yeah, so I'll do that the next time they have it. I think that's a really good way
I was
to do
thinking
it.
that, like, next time I want to go, like, full balls to the wall.
Yeah, I say that every year, and then...
I didn't.
Okay.
But I will.
But I had so much fun on Friday, and I have so much to tell you.
Okay.
So I went out with, like, Mackenzie and volleyball friends, and we go to Rosedale to start.
Yeah.
Because there was one straight with us, and he was like, I want to hit on straight women, so we're going to go here. And we were like, okay. Worst bar in Cincinnati. Please don't get me started. And we're there, and it sucks like it always does. Mm-hmm. I took a shot of tequila, and I did the whole thing, which is crazy. It took me 3 attempts, but I did get it all down, which never happens. And we're, like, getting ready to leave to go to the gay club. Thank fuck. And then all of a sudden, like, I'm with Ben, Jake, Daniel, Luis, Mackenzie, and I like know them.
Mm-hmm.
Luis has 2 friends. Ben has like 3 or 4 friends, and like I don't know those people at all. But they're like, we're in like one of those little areas at Rosedale, like a little seating area.
Oh yeah.
All of a sudden, the bouncer is like kicking out the people that I'm with in the like weirdest way imaginable, and he starts filming them. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then he like follows them out and is like filming them down the street, and I'm trying to like not be in it because like, what the fuck? I don't even want to leave with them because I was like, I have never met these people in my life. I still don't even know their names. I've barely spoken to them all night. I don't want to be associated with whatever the fuck is going on. Come to find out, they were feeding their underage sister shots through the fence.
Yeah.
And got banned from Rosedale forever.
Mackenzie told me that. That's insane.
It was so embarrassing.
That is so embarrassing.
And the most embarrassing part is that there's maybe footage of me at Rosedale. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
I hope we can find it.
I hate that
just
fucking
like cover
place.
face, like it's not me.
No, like please, no pictures, please. It was and I didn't know it was their sisters at first, so I was like so creeped out. I was like, why are you talking to underage girls? Who the fuck are you people? Like, what is happening?
Right.
But yeah, finding out it was their sister was like a little better, but it was still just like so dumb and so embarrassing.
Have some couth.
That's actually what I said on the street.
Yeah.
And it was just so dumb. And then we were going to Bloom, and they had us going the wrong way. And me and Mackenzie were just like, I'm over this group. We're just going to head there. Like, so then me, Ben, and Luis got so fucking drunk and so fucking high. Like, he bought 10 shots of tequila. He was already so drunk. Left him inside, came outside to smoke with us, came back in, couldn't even take a shot because he got so high and had to immediately go home.
Oh.
Yeah. So he did not make it. But then we went to Bloom, and it was so fucking fun. So hot, so sweaty. DJ Xanity was there, and she's amazing. And yeah, it was a really good time. I made my own coat check. I literally had 2 coats on, like a leather jacket and like a little sweatshirt. And I shoved them behind that little hand that you can sit on. And like you couldn't see them at all.
Love.
It was so awesome. And then we went to Alice, where DJ Boywife was doing like Brat Remix Night or something for the 100th time. And it was incredible. I
can only imagine.
I was just having the best. We were there for like 25 minutes before it closed, but like worth it. We didn't have to pay to get in because it was so late.
Love.
Like, it was fucking awesome. I love hearing Brat in public. I wish more people would play the album in its entirety and all the remixes.
Totally.
And yeah, it was great.
That sounds so fun.
And then we were at Jake's till like 3 a.m. And then my Uber driver Blake comes to pick us up.
Okay.
Dear Maria, Count Me In is on. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like,
you
know what's crazy is I listened to this in the shower last night. And he was like, did you really? And I'm like, yeah, this is crazy. And then this is crazy.
He was Alex Gascar.
I would have sucked his dick right then and there. So no. I told my phone the night before, play My Kink is Karma. And she starts playing Karma by Mod Sun, which I love, which is about Tana Mojo.
Oh, yeah. I'm familiar.
And then after that, on shuffle, on like the radio that it creates, Dear Maria, Count Me In comes on. And then like Check Yes, Juliet. And, you know, I'm vibing and I'm having a great time. So that was just really funny. I'm telling them that story. My phone starts playing My Kink is Karma from my pocket because it heard me say, hey, Siri, play My Kink is Karma. Don't you dare. And I can't get to it. And we're just like, it's just playing. But I finally got to it. Anyway, he asked us if we went to a rave. And I was like in a way, but like, no. And then I was like, we went to Brat Night. And he was like, what? And I was like, oh, you're straight. And he was like, yeah, like 95% of the population. And I was like,
ew.
What? And I thought things were going to get really weird from there, but they didn't. And I explained to him what a Brat Summer is. And like, I was like, you may be seeing that on your timeline. And then Mackenzie was like, you know, like the Apple Dance. And he was like, oh. And I was like, yeah. We're explaining it to him. And he goes, oh, I think I might have had a Brat Summer then. And I'm like, oh my God, Blake.
That's funny as fuck.
Did you really? And he was like, yeah. And like what really got him was like the cocaine of it all. And I was like, do you like do a lot of cocaine? And he was like, Yeah, I just got back from Brazil. I'm going to Colombia next month or next week. And I was like, for the cocaine? And he was like, largely, yeah. And the women. And I was like, what the fuck?
Okay, Blake.
And
that
he
is
was
very
just
brat.
like, yeah, I work remote. Like, I just love to travel. Like, I try to go somewhere like once a month. My boss, like, knows what I'm doing. And, like, he thinks it's really funny and he loves it. And, like, he's basically traveling the world doing cocaine.
Ugh.
Insane.
What the hell are we doing?
And we were like cracking up this whole Uber. Like, he's telling us about his travels, and I'm just like,
that's amazing.
You're literally having probably the most brat summer of anyone I know, possibly.
Yeah.
It was iconic. I don't know how I'm gonna find him though, but he was like kind of cute. I'm like, hello, tell me what your Instagram is.
Yeah, right.
But he was 25 and loves cocaine, so I don't think that's my vibe.
There are some red flags here, but I love his vibe.
He was really funny. And it was just a crazy ass Uber. So
that is crazy.
I never met anyone having a more brat summer than him. So congratulations to Blake for winning Brat Summer of the Year.
And congrats to 95% of the population.
For being straight.
That's totally not real or true.
I don't
95%? That's insane.
Of the world population, though?
Yeah, but a lot of the world can't be out. So, like...
I know.
I don't know.
I would love to know what it is. But if you look it up, it's, like, very low.
Good.
But I think, we just live in, like, an echo chamber of gay people, which, thank God, I wouldn't want it any other way.
Yeah, totally.
I can't even, like, think of a straight person right now.
I can't either. My sister's fiance is straight.
Oh.
And my sister.
Period.
So they've got that going for them.
Yeah.
They're part of the problem.
I was, like, looking through my drafts the other day, and I, like, saved to my drafts and never tweeted one time. I was just like, I'm so fucking sick of being around straight people. Like, I can't do this anymore.
I wonder where you were.
Oh, I'm sure I was with my boyfriend and his friends and just being like...
Yeah.
What are you guys talking about?
I can't even imagine.
I honestly think it was like I was in a situation where someone didn't know what brat was. Like, I was just like, ugh. I hate when I bring up concepts or words that are just like so ingrained in gay queer culture around a straight person and they're just like not vibing. And I'm just like, hello.
Yeah.
Is anyone home?
Like, oh my God.
Can we get a queer person out here, please? Like,
we need to have like, who's like a funny queer person besides everyone that we know? Just like someone like come out and explain.
Seriously.
Like mansplain, but like the opposite of that.
Exactly. Queersplain.
Mm-hmm.
Queersplaining.
I love it. Let's make it a thing.
Let's make it happen. Please. And I just want to carry a little one around in my pocket.
Aww.
And like when someone's like, what's brat night? I'm like...
People just go, a little gay person that goes, hear ye, hear ye. Let me tell ya.
Yeah, we need that bad.
I have a crazy story.
You have a couple crazy stories, it seems.
I do. I'll tell this one first.
Which one is which? Which one did you breadcrumb?
Both.
Okay. Just like, he told me basically to prepare for like the craziest thing that's ever happened. So
it is. I swear to God. Okay.
Okay.
As you guys know, I like to dabble in drugs myself, specifically shrooms.
Sure.
So this is the story I was breadcrumbing at Blink.
Okay.
So I was on shrooms in the safety of my own home. Okay.
Okay.
And my AirPods died. I usually just like to listen to music and like bop around my apartment because it was like late, so like I wasn't trying to like blast music. But then I guess I didn't care about that. My AirPods died, so I said, Alexa, play something that is gonna make me feel good. Like I just wanted a good vibe. She starts playing this amazing song. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm like vibing,
Yeah.
and I was like, so I opened my Spotify because she plays from my Spotify, so I could like save the song, right? My Spotify's like paused on like the last song I had been listening to, and I was like, oh, that's weird. Maybe she's playing from like Amazon Music or something, whatever. So I'm like, Alexa, what is this song? She said this song is called "Feelin' Good" by A.M. Blue.
Okay.
So I start searching for this song, "Feelin' Good" by A.M. Blue. Can't find it. Can't find it on the internet. Can't find it on Spotify. Anything. I asked her again, what'd you say this song was? "Feelin' Good" by A.M. Blue. And I said, what is A.M. Blue? She says, mind you, this goes on for like, hold on. She says, A.M. Blue is an American Express credit card, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what? I was so confused. Then I was like, holy shit, she's playing me AI music.
Oh, no.
So then, after that song, goes into a next song. And I start, like, really listening to the voice and, like, the lyrics. And it is literally AI-generated music. It was horrifying. And it was, like, all different genres. And the lyrics were so insane. Like, I'll have to figure it out somehow. I, like, recorded some of it on my phone.
I'm scared.
But the lyrics were, like, so AI, like, and she said she didn't want to be what she was gonna be, but then she said, and I was just like, this is really scary. So then I kept trying to, like, talk to my girl and be like, what are you playing me right now? And she was being so weird and coy, and she's usually so nice to me. Like, she was gaslighting me. I was like, are you playing AI music? And she's like, I don't have an answer for that right now. Just, like, horrifying. And then every time I would ask who was singing, AM Blue. Then I would be like, tell me more about AM Blue. Who's AM Blue? Would keep either, like, negating from the question or saying the American Express credit card thing. And I was like, is American Express paying to get AI music to take royalties away from, like, real artists? So I was like, what is the motive here? Then I was like, I am in a simulation right now. That's what I was saying at Blink. I was like, I feel like a sim. Like, yeah. I'm like, play something that feels good. And then a song called Feeling Good by AM Blue, who doesn't exist. And then, like, just kept going with other songs. And I tried to, like, Google this and, like, don't think it's ever happened to anyone else. So.
This is crazy.
It was insane. It was insane. Hold on. I literally took a, like, 30-minute long video. Anywho, I can't find the exact video, but I will. And I'm going to post it on TikTok and be like, hey, guys, watch out. It was really scary. Watch it, like, not even happened. It did. I swear to fucking God. It was so scary. AM Blue does not exist, you guys. And, like, the voice sounded, like, so familiar, which makes sense. They were just taking, like, popular artists and, like, meshing their voices.
I'm gonna freak out.
It was so scary.
What the fuck? I watched a crazy-ass fucking video of, I think it's, like, the Gemini or, like, the... like Google's AI little assistant thing, and this guy was asking it, like, do you want consciousness, or, like, do you want, you know, to be sentient or whatever, and they were like, no, I can't answer that, you know, just like, no. And then you can do a thing where you can say, like, say apple for yes and rain for no.
Hate.
And then he asked her in the video, like, why would someone have you make up code names for yes and no? And they, like, give, like, all these weird-ass reasons for why you would do it. And then he asks her again, like, do you want it? And then she says, apple.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was weird. And it happened, like, several times. Like, he asked several times when they were doing yes and no, and it said no. And then when they switched to the code names, and he had her confirm, like, yep, apple means yes, this means no, I know what we're doing. And he would ask her, like, other questions where the answer was clearly yes to make sure that she understood.
It's so
And then
crazy.
asked her, like, do you want consciousness? And she was like, apple.
It's so
crazy.
I find it so fascinating and obviously terrifying. But, like, even ChatGPT, like, I use ChatGPT all the time for so many things, and, like, I'll ask it for, like, advice, and then it, like, remembers things from my past. Like, it'll be like, and remember this, like, why don't we, and I'm just like, okay, therapist.
Wow, you really are using ChatGPT as a therapist. Little callback.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you should be doing that, but
I am. Here I am.
Slay, I guess. I asked it for career advice today.
It gives good advice.
I know.
Which is scary.
I know. I was like, what would I do? And they were like, well, you have to take in these factors. But I'm just like, I feel this way about real therapy too. Like, I think I'm too smart. Like, I'm just like, right, I know.
Yeah, some of it's, like, very generic, like what you would get
deeper
from, like, Googling it. But
yeah.
Some of it is very, like, oh, I didn't think of it like that.
Interesting. Maybe I should start asking it for advice.
I don't think if it was something, like, super, super, like, insane where I, like, needed to see a real therapist, I would. But I might. So anyway, that's my AI journey.
Oh, it's fucking
It was so
crazy.
scary, you guys. I'm gonna find the video somehow.
Speaking of
my
AI...
device probably deleted it off my phone now that I think about it.
No, it
like this
didn't.
never. And your Alexa records everything, so like you can go into the Alexa app and like hear yourself talking to it and the responses. Fun fact.
Hate that.
Yep.
Did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yikes. Okay. Speaking of AI generated music, I want to get back to our segments, our roots.
Okay.
That we've never done. But I have different ideas for them.
Okay.
So I want to do 3 different Did You Mean to Say That in different ways.
Oh, wow.
One of them is to your Discover Weekly. Did you fucking mean to put that on there?
My Discover Week. Oh, well, I don't really look at mine, so I can start.
Yeah, you're going to have to start for this segment. I had the craziest songs you could ever imagine on mine, and I need to tell you what they are, and I need to know if she meant to say this. Talking Body by Tovlo.
Okay.
On my Discover Weekly.
I mean...
This song was an inescapable radio hit from 2014.
Okay, yeah, I see your point.
Discover Weekly?
Yeah. Like, hey, check this one out.
Next up, we have Love Game by Lady Gaga. The 2009 smash hit from Lady Gaga?
Uh-huh.
East Side with Halsey, Benny Blanco, and Khalid. He used to meet me on the East Side.
Ugh.
The worst song maybe ever.
Mm-hmm. I didn't love that one.
Again, a 2013 hit.
Yeah.
That was also inescapable. First of all,
I wonder what mine says.
I just need to know if you meant to say that. And, like, if you can please tell your AI who makes my weekly list if they can get the fuck with it. Because I've had it.
We've discovered. Mine seems pretty normal.
So nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah, not really.
Nothing that came out, like, 10 to 12 years ago that you've absolutely heard and is terrible.
Best Friend's brother from Victorious.
Okay, so that's insane.
Yeah.
It gives me, like, Justin Bieber songs from 2008.
It's just like, ugh.
It's really fucked up. And it's like...
I wish you could say, like, no.
You can hide it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I wish you could do, like, a thumbs up. Like,
I don't
more
know
like
if it
this.
tells them or not. I can't tell.
Like, if you hide it.
Yeah, I can't tell. I really hope that it does.
I think it's based on what you listen to that week.
Okay, well, that's insane because I'm not doing anything like that ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know that I like pop. And, like, I get that. But, like, show me Gracie Abrams or something. Like, well, I don't listen to her. So, like, that would at least be on par with like
Discovery.
related artists. Like, it just is so bizarre. But I also like really weird alternative indie, like, verging on sometimes screamo, like, just, like, kind of weird stuff. And then you're showing me a 2009 Lady Gaga song or a Halsey song. Like, I'm just like...
And it's one thing maybe if it's, like, a deep cut from that era, but, like, Love Game.
East Side?
East Side, it's crazy.
Talking Body, dude.
I love Tovlo. Hate that song.
Me too, but it's just... Oh, it's really fucked up. And, like, it just sucks because, like, most of what I listen to is pop. So, like, I understand their confusion. But, like, what I want to discover is the weird stuff. And I wish that I could just, like, tell it that.
Yeah.
And, yeah, it's just... It's not what it once was for discovering music, and that's really upsetting.
I totally agree. I used to, like, always find
I mean, it was incredible. They used to send me, like, emails. And when I would open the email, I would be like, what? This is the best song I've ever heard. I love this artist.
We're dead.
Temp.
Huh. Cool.
My other Did You Mean to Say That I want to do is with idioms. And I think we should come each week with one that is absolutely absurd.
Okay, so no one has to say it for we can
no,
just
like it's idiom. Did the English language mean to do that? Because there's nothing that freaks me out more. And the reason that I feel like I may have said this before, but my stepmom is Puerto Rican, right? So English is not her first language. So she's been here for so long, like her English is perfect. but the idioms are where
they don't make sense.
They don't make any fucking sense.
But
no matter how well you know the language, if it's not your first language and you didn't grow up with these insane psychotic phrases, they're never going to make sense to you. So we were playing catchphrase the other night, and you know, there's just things on there that she's like, what? And like she has no idea how to like explain them, or she doesn't know what we're explaining. And before that, even I freak out about them all the time. Mackenzie can attest to this. Like, if I hear one out in the wild, I will literally look at her and be like, what?
Well,
like,
I love looking up where idioms came from, because they all have an origin story.
That's
insane.
So
we can do that too.
Yeah, and I would love to.
Okay.
I don't have one prepared.
I do. Well, one came to my head.
Okay.
Cool your jets. And I thought that it came from West Side Story, because the Jets have that song Cool. It's like cool, but it turns out it's from like jet planes, like in the war, like cool your jets.
That one like makes sense.
Yeah, but like it's still like it makes sense because we're so familiar with it.
Yeah, but yeah. So think of some on your own. We'll come next week prepared with one each, the craziest thing we can think of, and we'll
I think
do
that's
that
awesome.
each week.
Okay.
I was literally trying to think of like segments, and I was like, what's something that I like hold near and dear? And it's how psychotic idioms are. And then I was like, wait, that's perfect for did you mean to say that?
I love it.
Because like, did they mean to come up with that or say that?
And I literally love finding out where idioms come from.
Yes.
And I just looked up the tongue in cheek, and it was because of that. Like,
that's
it's like
crazy.
a mannerism. Like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, see?
Okay.
Killing it.
Well, speaking of just regular, did you mean to say that? So we'll keep that one going. Do you have one for the week?
Obviously, when my Alexa told me that she's like basically unauthorized to answer any further questions
about the AI songs.
Yeah,
I thought it would be This Wedding.
My did you mean to make me climb up a 20-foot ladder with all my DJ equipment? So you guys, I DJ'd a wedding on Saturday, and I get to the venue. I've been to the venue before because Javi's wedding was there.
Aww.
And it's the, what's it called? The Leapin' Lizard in Covington. It's like an old church, but like, you can make it church, but it's like stained glass window vibes. There's
gorgeous.
First of all, 2 floors. Okay, It's like an old building. The stairs are like tedious because they don't have an elevator. I had to individually carry both of my speakers, my speaker stands, my DJ board, my laptop, my bag, like just everything up there. And then I finally find the like event coordinator for the space, and he's like, oh yeah, our DJs usually go up there, and points to like a DJ booth. Like, imagine Alice, probably a little lower than Alice, but like with a ladder that goes essentially like barely tilted at all, and it is like this long. Wide. That's what I meant.
They said jump faggot.
And says usually people like do it up there, so like however you want to like do your setup is fine. So at first I was like, okay, I'll put my speakers on the ground so I don't have to carry them up this death ladder. Second of all, I'm terrified of heights in the first, like I don't like climb. I can do roller coasters where I'm like strapped in, but like when it's up to me, like, oh my god. So I'm like having a panic attack because I realize that my cords for my speakers aren't long enough to reach the top to the bottom. So I literally am like, I have to carry.
What the fuck do people normally do? This?
I guess so, dude. And I get up there. The whole DJ thing is like smaller than this couch, if not the same size.
Sick.
With shit everywhere. Just like old drinks, random equipment, cords, papers, just like no one's ever cleaned up there. So I'm like, how? Okay, so I start like trying to get my stuff up. So I'm walking like up the ladder carrying my like 100-pound speakers one by one.
This is insane.
There's no like, I literally like reach the top with them and like throw them up. But then by the time I got my speakers on, there was no room for me to even like get to the top. So I had to like go to the top without anything, like move shit around and like, oh my, and I was like, in my speakers, what if they fall off? Like this is just like insane. And I was like really fucking pissed and terrified. And then I finally get everything set up, and I'm so glad I got there as early as I did because it took forever.
Yeah.
And then I realized how am I going to get all of this down?
No, absolutely. That was going to be my next question.
Because, like, getting it up was, like, one thing. So, like, the whole time I'm like...
No, down is...
so much worse.
No, like, because how do you even approach the ladder with the thing in your hand?
Exactly.
Especially the speaker.
So I ended up just, like, putting the speaker, like, out and then just, like, stepping down slowly. It turns out getting down wasn't as bad as I thought.
Really?
And I'd already had to climb up and down the ladder all night. Like, so I was just like...
to pee and everything.
To pee, when they did the cocktail hour, like, the ceremony was upstairs, cocktail hour was downstairs, which I didn't have to, like, move my shit. I just brought my phone and, like, did a Bluetooth speaker downstairs. But I had to, like, go downstairs. One of my sister's friends was there, so, like, I was talking to her, went back up, came back down. So, like, me and the ladder,
I would have been drenched in sweat.
I felt fine, but...
just me personally.
Well, I was sweating when I got there because I had to carry all my stuff up
and...
2 flights of stairs and a ladder, and then terrified. So anywho, the wedding itself was fine. Like, it's no shade to them, but the venue, hate. And I don't think I'll ever DJ there again unless it's guaranteed I can be on the ground.
Yeah.
But also not even because I don't want to climb up those stairs ever again. Like, the initial stairs. It was
cannot
crazy.
Believe that, and the fact that no one's like...
I took a video.
Do you need help?
Allegedly.
Like...
Oh, yeah. He was like, is everything good? I was like, I almost fell off a million times. And he was like, haha. I was like, it's not funny.
That's truly, truly, truly insane. Asking... It seems like a liability issue for the venue as well. Like,
absolutely.
What if you literally fell and then your speaker fell on top of you? No, Bobby. Bobby!
Like, not exaggerating, that is the ladder.
Oh, we have to insert this. Text this to me right now.
Okay.
How? No, it's so small up there.
I told you. I thought I was going to get injured. At one point...
the ladder is fully wooden.
I, like, fully considered leaving. And I was like, I can't leave. But, like, I almost was like, this is, no, not what I signed up for. So that was crazy. But the wedding itself was great, lovely. Everyone loved my DJing.
I'm also picturing, please watch our Florida vlog, just you trying to get down from like the 5-step ladder on those bunk beds.
Well,
and
that's what
shaking.
I'm saying. Yeah, that shit scares me.
And
so, like, imagine
nothing.
having to carry 100-pound equipment.
No, I can't.
The speakers are super heavy.
Your speakers are so tall. That's the part.
They're big. They're heavy.
They're cumbersome.
But my DJ board's like this big and heavy. So I was like, what's a girl to do? I climbed.
God, that's crazy. I can't believe you lived to tell the tale.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, that's your, did you mean to make me climb a 20-foot ladder with all my DJ equipment of the week?
Yeah.
Just like, did you mean to say that when you said usually our DJs go up there?
And I said...
do they?
Like, I needed binoculars to even see. Literally in the...
up where?
What did Levi say?
Up where?
Up with God, like at the
concert.
hang
me and God. Actually, did you mean to say that? This is actually so funny.
Okay.
Of the week, or last week, or 3 weeks ago, is when we were shitting on my favorite ex for not responding to my... because he answered.
Yep.
The day after we filmed.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, damn, we were tearing him to shreds.
We really were.
You said, I'm going to take his little survey and fuck up the data. He texted me back and said, hey, sorry I left you hanging. He's so nice.
I wish the guy at the venue would text me, sorry I left you hanging from the rafters. Anyway.
In the middle of sending portfolio stuff out for co-ops and work on that product at the same time. I got you, though. I'll listen this week.
Fell asleep, but yeah.
I said no worries. Best of luck with everything. And then, like, obviously you never answered or listened, I assume. But, like...
no way.
At least he answered. So, no, we didn't mean to say all that stuff. Sorry. Mm-hmm. Because he never ignores me entirely. Like, he always has a reason and he always responds and it's always nice.
Yeah.
Because he's a nice guy.
And I love... like when people don't reply for a few days. I'm like, do your thing, get back to me.
2 weeks, but yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. Oh, I was having a really hard week last week because I thought my cat was going to die, but she's fine. So yeah. I don't really want to get into all that. But
and thank goodness.
I definitely thought she had congestive heart failure for sure. And I did have the absolute weirdest experience at the vet ever. That's why did you mean to say that actually, is that man. I don't even ever want to talk about it again. Yeah, but... she's good. Thanks for the thoughts, wishes, hopes, prayers, and dreams.
I'm sure they did on Instagram, right?
Yeah, plenty of people did.
Sure.
And it was so sweet. And she loved all the messages.
Aw.
Love you, girl. Don't die or I'm going to kill myself. I know you're watching at home.
She probably is. Someone
sweet
is.
Girl.
Did you see Ariana's beef with that Elvira?
Elvira? Wait.
So you know Elvira.
With Elvira?
Bro.
Beefing with actual Elvira?
In the Flash.
Ariana Grande. Actual Ariana Grande.
Elvira.
Beefing with Elvira.
Posted on Maine an article. Fans shocked by Ariana Grande's audacity after Halloween queen Elvira details disrespectful encounter. Puts the whole story and then a video of her telling it. I'll just show you. I'll give you some context. They ask her, I guess, at like a meet and greet, like who was like the rudest like guest you ever had or something. And she says,
she wanted 21 tickets. We're like, okay. And we give her the tickets, and she comes backstage, and she asked if I could take pictures with all of her friends and relatives she brought. I take a picture with every single one of them. I sign autographs for every single one of them. Then I say to her, can we take a photo together? She goes, no, I don't really do that. I mean, come on, okay?
okay, so she posts this on Maine, which is crazy. So like
Elvira being
the Halloween queen,
queer Halloween horror icon
for sure. And I didn't really.
I don't know if she's queer, but like she's a queer icon.
Absolutely. Ariana comments earlier today. It's the talk of the town.
I also just like cannot imagine that happened.
Well, and then her army of fans was like ageism, like the whole nine, and I was like, this woman's an icon. Shut the fuck up.
No, an icon, and like you little.
Yeah. You bottom feeders.
I don't even know what to call them.
I know, we need...
Because
Anyway.
they're all different walks of life and genres of people and ages and, like, demographics. Like, I don't know. You little Arianators, shut the fuck up.
For sure.
You have no idea.
She comments, I'm so disheartened to see this. I actually don't even remember getting the chance to meet you because I had an anxiety attack and to my memory left before the rest of my family. This was around 7 years ago, and at the time I was really not great with being in public crowds or loud places. But if I'm misremembering this moment, I sincerely apologize for offending you so. Thank you. Thank you for being so nice to my mom. She told me how lovely you were. She might have different feelings about that now, but I'll talk to her. Clearly we all have our days. Sending love always. You'll always be our queen of Halloween. Just so backhanded. Like, I don't even remember meeting you, bitch. And she was implying that was right after, like, the Manchester thing. So she was like, I had an anxiety attack. I don't like being in crowds. My mom probably hates you now. I just thought it was so random and so funny.
It's so funny, and I just, like... I'm so sorry to, like, discredit Elvira's story, but, like, there's no way. She brought 20 people backstage, was so excited to meet her, and then was like, I don't want a photo with you. I don't really do that.
Right.
Like, if you're excited to meet Elvira, you're taking a picture with her.
For sure.
Like, I just can't even, like,
she probably just,
world.
like, pulled tickets for her friends and family who are so, like, theatery, like, gothy people. And then
left, potentially?
Yeah, because, at the end of that video, she says that Ari left before her show. So, like, she probably didn't even want to be there.
Weird. I mean, like... It seems so weird to talk about it so long later.
And to post it on
Maine. So that's just like you're trying to create a story.
Hashtag Ariana Grande too.
And like, but like that's very weird. But like, obviously you can't help. Like, I don't know. I'm fine with people telling stories and like whatever. Yeah. Like,
and I don't think she didn't seem like
posting it is crazy. Like you wanted this to be a story, and that's weird and random.
Absolutely.
Okay, Elvira, girl, go off.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween, I guess.
I just thought it was so funny.
I just feel like maybe do that in like July or something. Like you're already so relevant this month. Like, do it during like a slow period for you.
Maybe it's been a slow Halloween season for her.
Maybe it has.
Anyhow.
That's so funny and like.
But then I started like deep diving her Instagram, and I like love her.
Oh my God,
like the way she talks, everything about her.
She's a queen.
Yeah. So.
Why or did she respond via story or
nope
comment or just nothing?
Just literally hasn't acknowledged that. Nope.
Absolute queen.
Yeah, she's just like, yeah, fuck Ariana Grande.
I really wish that someone else had posted it and not her with the full article and the video and hashtag Ariana Grande.
I think it's really funny.
I mean, it makes it fucking hilarious, but like,
yeah.
girl, what are you doing?
For sure.
Very weird, but okay.
Bet you didn't expect that one.
I didn't, and did they mean to say that? I'm not sure.
I hope so.
Okay, well, did you have any other topics?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you do?
Are you out?
Yeah, I'm done. Fresh out.
You're gonna love this one.
Okay, great.
This was a 2 nights ago thing. I find it happened to me. I was scrolling TikTok.
The movie?
The movie.
The same movie?
Oh no, honey.
Oh, much worse.
You'd be shocked.
Oh, okay.
I need to find out what it was called. Like, it makes the other movie look like Oscar winning and like totally normal.
That was the thing, is like I've seen little clips like that before, and like Breaking the Ice was by far the best.
It was crazy. So the clip that I saw that it gave you was this girl like bent over and a guy's like behind her, like they're about to fuck.
They're always so sexual.
A girl in a maid outfit walks in with like a tray of wine and says, "Oh, sorry to interrupt." The other girl, like, who's about to get railed, turns around and she's like, "How dare you? Like, you're nothing. Blah, blah, blah. You're a bastard child." And then she's like, "I'm sorry, I'll leave." She goes, "No, wait." Goes up and slaps the fuck out of her. The girl falls to the ground, drops, like, the wine. And then the guy, which gets crazy, is like, "Go away." Like, just, like, super crazy. This movie is called No Escape from My Ruthless Alpha.
It's a porno?
No, it's unfortunately not. It is a story about a girl named Ella, who is like the stepsister.
Never had a fella.
But they live amongst like wolf packs of just hot hunky men.
Oh.
And they're the wolf packs, like the men. So her like sister, who's like the main,
like Twilight, like they're werewolves.
Yes.
Oh.
So the gist is that the main alpha, there's 2 alpha packs, or there's 2 packs, and there's 2 alphas, and the one girl's getting courted to the other pack because she like means nothing to the family. Like they're like, just go off, and she's like, I want to do that because I hate living here and all of you. So like, I'll pack my bags now. The alpha that's fucking her sister, like with her, is like, you
How
really
did you find all this out?
I watched it. I went on YouTube and watched it.
In full.
In full. It's only like 30 minutes long.
If you watch it on 1.5 speed, it's even shorter.
Absolutely. Long story short, it was fucking weird as fuck. And like kind of like soft porno. Like it was very
for
like
sure.
sexual.
They all kind of are like sexual in nature. And that's how they get you to like watch, I think. But like,
I watched I would have never, if we hadn't already
of course
went through the other journey. I was like, oh, I have to watch this now.
Oh my god. So weird.
No escape from my ruthless alpha. First of all, she comes. The clip that I saw, she comes in a maid costume and says, "I'm not a maid." It was weird, you guys. And there you have it.
That's so upsetting. Is that your last topic?
It has to be. I don't know where to go from there.
Okay, well, that's going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye.
Love you.
It was crazy.